It's a beautiful morning. I'm wishing you happiness, clarity, and freedom on this day. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day like every single day on planet Earth. If you are alive, you have a reason to be happy. If you are alive with a beating heart, if you are breathing, you have such an amazing reason to be alive, to be happy, to feel grateful, to feel amazing, right? We need to start letting go and becoming more minimalistic. More minimalistic. Let go of the things and understand that as long as I am here, as long as you are here, you are good. You are good because it could be a lot worse. Okay, it could be a lot worse. You could be in a much worse situation. So be grateful for this moment. Be grateful for life itself. It brings me into the topic of today's video, which is fear. Today we are talking about fear, okay? And what can we do to lose the fear? What can we do to get rid of fear in our lives? Nobody likes fear. Fear is not fun, okay? Fear is probably the most uncomfortable feeling. It is. It's the most uncomfortable feeling that a human being can go through, right? Fear, it turns into depression. Depression is when we are in deep rest, when our spirit is in a state of rest, and when we are not alive, when we feel powerless, right? That's depression, deep rest, right? Fear oftentimes turns into depression. From what I've noticed, fear, when we get fearful, we feel powerless and then we get depressed, okay? And this is not fun. We don't want to be in these states. And like I always say, it is perfectly okay to be in a state of fear every now and then. In fact, we need that, okay? Sometimes when we're in the state of fear, it gets us going, it gets us alive, it keeps us alert, right? Sometimes we gotta feel that feeling. So the first thing I want to say is that it's not about getting rid of fear completely and, expecting to never experience fear again in your life. You see, fear is a human emotion. Fear is part of the human experience. But at the same time, we must get rid of the perpetual state of fear. We did not come here to live in a state of fear. Okay, if you want to lose the fear, your fears will go away. Your fears will disappear when you remind yourself that you did not come here to live in fear all the time. Okay, you did not come here to do this. And this is what I realized back in school when I would be afraid, when I would have anxiety, social anxiety, guys. I have been through some of the worst social anxiety that you can ever possibly imagine. It got incredibly scary, incredibly dark, okay? And if you're going through this right now, I want to tell you that it will pass, okay? It will pass. I am extremely glad and extremely grateful that I experienced all of that social anxiety, that I experienced a lot of health anxiety as well. And it's something I still experience. It's something I still go through, right? We're working through these fears. But I am so glad and I am so grateful that I experienced all this anxiety because it showed me, it made me realize that I did not come here to live in fear. I will not allow it. I know it's not natural to always be in a state of fear. The animals, right, they experience fear, acute fear, when their life is literally in danger out in nature. That's how it is. You experience the fear to save your life, right? You don't experience fear, perpetually when you're in school. Like, it's not normal. It's not natural, right? In this world, the type of fear that humans experience, it's not natural. It's not natural. The natural type of fear is to experience acute fear, to get your blood flowing and get you alert so you can literally find a place of safety and save your life. This is the normal fear, right? So I realized going through all this silly fear that this is an illusion. This isn't real. I didn't come here to live this way. I came here to live a life of love, to live a life of excitement and passion, just like I was living when I was a child, just like you were living when you were a child. you think back on your childhood, you remember those days. It was all sunshine. There was no fear, right? We had fear every now and then, but we were not living in a constant state of fear. And you will lose your fear right now when you tell yourself why you came here, when you remind yourself why you came to this planet, not to live in fear. I want to tell you that you did not come here to live in fear. I know 100% that you didn't come here to live this way. You came here to live your life. You came here to live your best life, to live a life of freedom. So reminding yourself of this is a wonderful way to let go of fear, right? How else can we let go of fear? We need to let go, and realize that we are not going to be in this human body forever. This human body, this human experience, your human experience right here, right now, is temporary. Think about that. Really think about that. You will not be here forever. Whenever I think about this, I'm like, whoa, and I literally zoom out a little bit. I zoom out when I remind myself that I'm going to die one day, and I realize that there is literally no reason to be afraid. I'm going to die. I'm not making out of here. I'm not going to make it out of here anyway. What is the point of living in fear? I'm not going to make it off this planet alive. So I might as well enjoy this experience. I might as well let it go of the fear. Stop thinking about the things that I cannot change. Stop feeding that, because it goes nowhere. It's a cycle. I might as well let that go. I might as well choose to live my best life. I might as well choose to do the things that I love. I might as well choose to live a life of freedom, right? I might as well, since I'm not going to be here forever, I might as well choose to change the lives of the people around me, to provide value and service, real value and service to other people around me. Send as much love as I can, because this experience is temporary. When you remind yourself of the impermanence of your own life, you will lose the fear. You will start to become excited again and realize that we came here to have fun. We came here to enjoy this temporary experience, to learn, to grow, and not to take things so seriously. If you want to lose the fear and live in love, we must not take things so seriously. You see, when we take things seriously, we get afraid. We set our expectations so high, and we think that things must be a certain way. We must not take things so seriously. We must realize that things are not going to be this way forever, right? This too shall pass. Everything in this life will pass. Everything on this planet, everything in this world, everything is going to pass, right? When you remind yourself that everything will pass, you let go of your own fear. You let go of the things that are holding you back. You let it all go, because it's going to pass anyway. It's going to blow in the wind and be gone one day. This is how we let go of the fear. How else can we let go of the fear? Your fears will disappear when you decide to live a life that is who you are. Decide to live a life that is who you are. You see, I was stuck in fear when I was living somebody else's life. See, humans, we got it twisted on this planet. We got confused. We started taking advantage of each other. Why did we do this? So we could return back to nature, so we could return back to equilibrium, return back to love. But we got it confused. We started taking advantage of each other. We started fooling each other, tricking each other, taking advantage of the human being. That's what you see in this society. You see, look here, look this way. I'm going to grab your attention, and I'm going to make you spend your money. This is how it works in this society, and it's twisted. But the good news is that this society is actually on its way out. This world, this matrix, this corrupt system is actually on its way out, and we can see it all around us, right? Wars are brewing. Fires are starting. Chaos. Gas prices are going up. things are changing in this world, and that is a good sign, okay? But you will lose your fear, okay? You will lose the fear when you decide to move closer to your own life, to decide to live a life that you love every single day. I was stuck in fear when I wasn't living my own life. When I was in school, I hated school. I did not enjoy school growing up. I always wondered why I was there. Something always felt off about going to school. I never wanted to go. But I did it anyway. I went through it. And I believe it might have something to do with the planet Saturn and the things we go through and the challenges we go through. But I was stuck in fear. In school, I was stuck in fear. And in college, the short time I was there, I was stuck in fear. I was stuck. I was experiencing so much fear. And I finally realized the reason. And it wasn't my major. It wasn't that I had to switch my major, right? It wasn't that I had to try to meet more friends in college, right? No, that wasn't the reason. The reason was that I wasn't living my own life. I had to zoom out and say, what life am I living? I need to live a life that is true to me. No one else can tell you how to live your own life. No one else can tell you. I cannot tell you exactly how to live your life. All I can tell you is that you must decide to move closer to a life that is who you are. All I can tell you is that you know the life that you want to live, that you must live a life that you want to live. And when you decide to live a life that you want to live, to do things every single day that you love, to live in freedom every single day, when you decide to live this way, your fears will disappear. Because when you are living in love, you cannot experience the emotion of fear. It's impossible. You're either in love or you're in fear. You can't experience both at the same time. You're either in a state of balance, harmony, ease, rest, relaxation, or a state of tension, resistance, fear, depression, right? And this is why I always say, live a life of love. Live a life that you love. Because when you are living in love, you cannot experience the fear. Your fears will disappear when you decide to be with the fears. Okay, this is another way to let go of your fears and make your fears disappear. When you decide to be with the feelings within your body. You see, fear is just an emotion. It's just energy in motion. And when you decide to be with the energy that is within you, that you are experiencing, your fears will disappear. Because what is fear? It's a state of trying to leave the present moment, trying to get somewhere, trying to escape. That's what fear is. You're trying to leave right now. When you decide to be with everything, be with right now, be with the feelings, the emotions that you are feeling, no matter how uncomfortable they are, just be with them. When you decide to do this, you will lose the fear. Your fears will disappear when you be with your feelings. When you stop running from the feelings that you are feeling, your fears will disappear. Because that's what fear is. It's the desire to escape, the desire to escape the present moment. When you enter the present moment, you can let go of the fear and live in love. You see, when we are in the present moment, we are living from the heart. We are living in love. We are loving life. We are with everything. We realize there is nothing to be afraid of. And that's how I want to end this video. I want to tell you, there is nothing to be afraid of. We need to remind our minds. We need to remind our minds of this, because our minds forget this. Our minds forget this. Fear exists in your mind. It's not real. It is not real. It exists in your mind. And when we remind ourselves that there is nothing to be afraid of, because everything is going to work out. Really believe this. I'm telling you, this is true. There is nothing to be afraid of. Everything always ends up working out in the end. Your life will end up working out. Your journey will end up working out. You just have to be with it, understand, and trust that it's all perfect, because it is. If you believe it's perfect, then it is. Trust that and know that within yourself. This is how we can lose the fear. Much love to every single one of you. I wish you all the best on your journey of letting go of fear. I want to remind you too that I'm with you. I'm going through it as well. We're all here to learn as humans. As long as you are on this planet, you have more to grow. You have more to learn. I will be learning my entire life. When I'm an old man, I will be going through things, learning lessons, having realizations about life, okay? Now, much love to every single one of you. I want you to like this video right now, and I want you to subscribe to my channel right now if you are new. I want you to comment down below right now anything you are thinking, what's on your mind. Let me know below. Any comment is much appreciated. I reply to every single one of them. And I want you to go in the description, check out Freedom Vibes Crystals, my crystal shop. I want you to join the Patreon as well, and I want you to donate if you feel called to. Thank you so much for being here. Much love to all of you on your journey of letting go of fear. Much bravery and abundance to you in your life. You will get through it. Your fears will go away. Your fears will disappear. This too shall pass. Everything passes in this life. So thank you for being here. I want you to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.